All right, hey guys, let's get started. I had a video for you to watch for class today. If you watched it, thank you so much. You were prepared for class. If you didn't, you might want to go back and do that because you're going to be real confused in class today because I'm not going over anything. We're just practicing. Okay, that was the point of you watching the lesson before class started. So we've been talking about scientific notation. Remember, scientific notation is the shortcut way of how we write really big and really small numbers. Okay, so this is an example of scientific notation. So it's a number with only one digit in front of the decimal times 10 into an exponent. So the other day, we talked about how to change from scientific notation to standard notation. And remember, if you look at the exponent, and if the exponent is positive, we move the decimal to the right that many times. So we would go to the right 5 times, and the answer to this one is 314,000. Now, if you watch the video, then we talked about negative exponents. So negative exponents, we're going to move the decimal to the left, okay? So the answer to this one would be 0.00000004529. Move the decimal to left. Negative exponents make small numbers, like numbers less than 1, okay? So today we are going to do scientific notation backwards, okay? Up until now, I've given you scientific notation and you have given me the standard notation. Now we're going to go backwards. I'm going to give you standard and you're going to give me scientific. So I'm going to watch my example first, and then after that, we're going to practice. Okay, there's 3 steps to this. Step number 1, if there's no decimal, put 1 at the end. There we go, big old giant decimal. Step 2, start on the left and put a decimal after the first number that's not a 0. So after the first number that's not a 0 goes right there, behind the 6. Okay, so see how it says 6.1 right there? That's going to be the beginning of our scientific notation. It's going to be 6.1 times 10 to the something. So to find our exponent, you move the decimal to the front decimal to the back decimal. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the final answer for this would be 6.1 times 10 to the 5th. Okay, and this might be kind of a little confusing right now, but all classes is all we're practicing, okay? All right, so 3 steps again. Step 1, if there's no decimal, put 1 at the end. Step 2, start on the left, put a decimal after the first number. And step 3, count backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this would be 1.7 times 10 to the 6th. All right, now we're going to practice. Let me share my whiteboard. Okay, so our first number is going to be this, 47 million. Okay, I'm going to do one more example. If you feel like you got this, yeah, Miss Ray, you do not need to keep talking because I know what I'm doing. Go ahead and solve it on your own and you can put it in the chat. All right, I'm going to go ahead and rewrite this number. Again, it's very difficult to write with a mouse, so I apologize that it looks so insane. Okay, step 1, put a decimal at the end. Step 2, put a decimal behind the first number that's not a 0. All right, so see it says 4.7 right there. Oop, I included my decimal there. 4.7, so I'm gonna write 4.7 out. Okay, erase this and that. Okay, and then we're gonna count backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's 4.7 times 10 to the 7th. Guys, if you're putting this in the chat, the way you write exponents is gonna be like this, 4.7 times 10, and then you're gonna use the caret button. It's above the 6. You hit Shift 6 like this, and that's how the universally mathy way to write an exponent, okay, if you don't have the exponent shortcut. All right, so I'm gonna roll into the chat, see how everybody did. Oh, you guys did pretty well. Good job, guys. Excellent. Okay, now I'm gonna clear this and we're doing another one. Again, if you feel like you are ready to rock and roll, go ahead and just solve it on your own. You do not need to wait for me. Okay, here's the next number. So Again, if you want to go ahead and put it in the chat, you don't need to wait for me. I'm just going to solve it for people who need a little more instruction, which is totally fine. Goodness, drawing with a mouse is hard. Okay, so I wrote out the number. So step 1, we put a decimal at the end. Step 2, put a decimal behind the first number. So see, it says 1.5 right there. That's the beginning of our scientific notation, times 10 to the something. So to find that exponent, we're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4. So times 10 to the 4th. You check the chat. You guys did really good, guys. Hey, remember, it is not the number of zeros. Okay, and if you keep getting the wrong answer, it's very possible that you're trying to do it in your head, and it's hard to do these up in your head because counting the zeros and there's a lot of numbers. It might be better if you had pencil and paper, okay? Okay, here's our next one. Oh yeah, I like this number. This is my bank account after I win the lottery. 9,452,000,000. Go ahead, if you know what you're doing, go for it. If you want me to watch me do another one, I will give you a second or so to work and then I'll go over it. All right, so I'm gonna attempt to rewrite this, about 9,452,000,000 and a bunch of zeros. All right, change color. Decimal at the end, decimal behind the first number. Okay, it's 9.452. Guys, 9.4 is not going to cut it. You just got rid of 52 million. If this was dollars, $52 million, I'd be kind of upset. Okay, we're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So times 10 to the 9th power. Let me pull up the chat, see how you guys did. Some people are counting the zeros and they are getting it wrong. Okay, your exponent is 9, not 6, not 7. The exponent is 9. Okay, let's try another one. Okay, 467 million. Go ahead and give that one a try. It is not the number of zeros. Do not tell me the exponent is 6. Okay, I've gotten most people telling me the exponent is 8. I think I have 1 or 2 telling me the exponent is 9. Also not sure. Hey, Brandy, I think you meant a decimal point and you typed a comma instead, but I think I know what you meant. Okay, get my pen. All right, step 1, decimal at the end. Step 2, decimal behind the first number. So it's 4.67. We count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So times 10 to the 8th. Okay, guys, if you've gotten more than 2 of these wrong, you probably need to come to my tutoring this afternoon so we can practice some more. Okay? Let's try one more. Okay, give that one a try. Okay, go ahead and throw it to me in the chat when you have it. Seen a lot of really good answers so far. Because if you've sent me your answer already, you've gotten it. Oh, not quite. Almost everybody's got it correct. Justice, you just gave me the same number, buddy. You didn't put it in scientific notation. Okay, let's go over it. Okay, some of y'all are dropping the 2 off of your answer. Okay, don't get lazy on that. Decimal at the end, decimal behind the 1. So that's 1.02. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times 10 to the 5th. Okay, not 10 to the 4th, 10 to the 5th. Okay, that's our answer. Okay, so I'm going to go and stop this recording because we're going to move on to a class activity.